Chelsea Football Club have announced Enzo Maresca. Here we go. And a lot of people are confused about the policy at Chelsea. A lot of people are saying Chelsea don't know what they're doing. But the reality is Chelsea are following what Bayern Munich and Real Madrid have been doing for years. It's essentially the NBA model. I'm going to explain to you what they're doing. I'm going to talk about the Enzo Maresca appointment. And more importantly, we need to discuss how fans need to get behind this man. Wasn't my first choice, wasn't my second choice, but I am going to explain to you why this could potentially be a good appointment. And another thing, Chelsea are already looking at the market to help this man with the job at hand. There's 3 positions that they're looking at. Fabrizio Romano says Chelsea will be busy, mark my words. That is a quote. Let's get into it. Let's break this down. I think we've got a lot to cover today, right? Chelsea have basically announced Enzo Maresca as their new manager. Hit the like button. We're aiming for 1,000 likes. Subscribe. We're like 900 away from 35,000. So every single one of you helps. And in the comments below, let me know right now, are you gonna back Enzo Maresca? And I want this to be a unanimous yes. Let's get into it. Enzo Maresca is basically announced as the Chelsea manager. There's been a huge switch of fate, and all of a sudden everything went in his favor, and Chelsea decided that this is the man that they're going to get. In 24 hours, literally the De Zerbi links died. Kieran McKenna signed a new contract. Ruben Amorim was never interviewed. And the reality is Enzo Maresca, according to the sources that are now putting out stories, was always their first choice. They never considered anyone else. They always wanted Enzo. And Fabrizio Romano said they'd given him a 5-year deal with an option of an additional year, so essentially 6 years till 2030, as a show of good faith, as a show of you're the guy for us. This is a massive shock. I'm not going to lie to you, I do not believe in giving managers such a big contract, purely based on the fact that I think managers should be on a yearly deal. You need to show me what you've got every 6 months, and you need to show that we're going in the right direction. No, we don't need to win every single game. No, we do not need to smash teams left, right, and center. You just need to be showing to me that we're consistently improving, that we're building something, and that you're held accountable. 5-year, 6-year contracts are ludicrous. That's just my opinion, because you don't know what's going to happen in football in 2 years, let alone 5. So for me, we need to stop with that nonsense. But the fact that we've got him through the door, we need to back the man now. Because reality is, I don't want you to say Enzo Maresca is the future Champions League winner that Chelsea need. No. I don't want you to say Maresca out. No. All I want you to do is do what I do. And this is the simplest thing you can do. Honestly, I don't normally tell fans what to do, but this is the easiest thing. Sit back, watch your team play, support your team, and after 19 games, after 10 games, after you've seen a good sample size, make up your opinion. Honestly, it is the most healthiest thing you can do, the most sane thing you can do for yourself, and it will make you actually so much more relaxed about watching your football team. The reality is this guy's walking in, and it's not his fault what's happened at Chelsea in the last 24 months. It's not his fault that since Bowley and Igbali have come in, the results haven't been great. Let's not beat around the bush. But he's got a chance to change things. Let's give him that chance. Let's give him the 10 games. Because you can moan. I can moan. He ain't going nowhere. This man is here to stay. And what do we know about him? We know that he plays a very good, attractive brand of football in the sense that it's very modern. They retain the ball, they control teams, and systems like that are executed better with better players. Chelsea have better players than Leicester. Chelsea have more technical players than Leicester. Chelsea have got better finishers than Leicester, so we would expect results to be even better than they already were. We know that he's managed 53 games at Leicester City. We also know that he had won 36 of them, which is a 68% win rate. That is a better win rate than Pochettino had anywhere that he would. So I don't want these comparisons to Pochettino. Yes, we know he's been sacked after 14 games in his first ever managerial role at Parma, but guess what he did? He didn't go and jump into another job. He went and jumped into another coaching role. He went under Pep Guardiola. He learned under Pep Guardiola. And now he's coming here. I don't know whether he's the second coming of Pep. I don't know if he's the second coming of Arteta. I don't know if he's the second coming of Maurizio Sarri. But the reality is, and what we need to believe in, is that he will have an opportunity to manage Chelsea Football Club. And we are fans of Chelsea Football Club. We owe Chelsea Football Club at least 10 games to let this man show us what he can do. Because none of us know what kind of manager he is. And that's the honest truth. We have to give him an opportunity. One of the reasons Enzo Maresca was hired was because Chelsea, look, want a manager that essentially will do the coach. Enzo Maresca has been on record in the past as saying, listen, I'm not interested in what players we're going to buy. That's their job. My job is hard enough as it is, coaching these players and making sure that we get victories. And for me, this is actually beautiful and harmonious. Look, the reality is the most successful club in our current lifetimes, whoever's watching this, is Real Madrid. Right, no matter how old you are, Real Madrid is the most successful in terms of winning trophies instead of buying the best players and just smashing it on a regular basis. And how do they operate? They literally operate the way Chelsea are going to try to go in the way. They have a sporting director, and that sporting director actively goes and buys their players for. He literally buys the players, the coaches are hired and fired, coaches are replaced as if they're players. You're not doing your job, you're out the door. And for me, this is the way to go. Bayern Munich operate in that way. They get trophies on a regular basis. And in the past, Juventus have, and now more clubs are following in that light. Look at Ineos and Manchester United. They're going in that model. Liverpool, Chelsea, PSG, and now with Mendes have gone into that model. Campos. And the reality is, this is the NBA model. This is the NBA model. The general manager, the coach, and the owners. And the owners keep the general managers accountable. General managers keep the coaches accountable. Coaches keep the players accountable. It's a hierarchical system. And sadly, that's the way football's moving into. So either we accept it or we moan and end up being like dinosaurs and extinct, because the game's developing. There's so much money on the line. People are going to be held accountable for when results don't go right. And it's simple as that. And already, the man's not even had his first training session. We're linked with 3 positions. Straight away, Fabrizio Romano has said, Chelsea will be busy, mark my words. Player number 1 we're linked with, Sesko. Sesko suits Maresca's system to a T. I've done some research on Maresca. I know a little bit more about Maresca's system. I've spoken to people that know more about Maresca's system. And it's been described to me that the striker that he likes to use is somebody that can drop deep, link up play, end up bringing other people to sucking them into the midfield, so there's space for runners to go in behind. Also have the ability to basically go into the attacking midfield role. It's a Harry Kane striker. And the reality is, Benjamin Sesko fits that bill. He is very comfortable in the 10. He is a great number 9. He is somebody that's developing. He fits the club's model. I understand why the club is going to be looking at him. Fabrizio also went and elaborated on the fact that Chelsea could be looking at another winger. Who is that other winger that we've been knowing about? Michael Elise. Why would Michael Elise suit this system? Michael Elise is super technical on the ball. He likes to play one I touch, you touch. He has the ability to take someone on. He has the ability to strike a ball cleanly. Great delivery, set piece taker. Works with our set piece coach that can come in. And for me, this makes a lot of sense. We've been linked with him religiously. We know that this link is reliable. Michael Elise under Enzo Maresca should be a good player. You can already start picturing what's going to happen. Noni will come out the team and most probably be moved on. Omari Hutchinson will go back on loan. And you'll end up having Elise, Palmer, Nkunku, and a Sesko or a Jackson. And then all of a sudden, it's a completely different level of a team, because you've got the reliability of the goals from Nkunku. You've got the reliability of the link-up play and the goals from Cole Palmer. Elise's got 12 goals or 14 goals this year from 19 games. The guy's taken the next step. He has taken the next step in his career. He is almost becoming the man now of Crystal Palace. And this is integral that Chelsea go and secure that level of talent right now to come in and play for us. Because I think he can go even higher. And he's a Chelsea Cobham graduate. This will be good for Chelsea Football Club. And the final position that Chelsea are already looking at, and Fabrizio said Chelsea will be looking at this position, goalkeeper. We do not have a goalkeeper that suits the way Maresca wants to play. Maresca wants an Edison type goalkeeper, an Alisson type goalkeeper, a Raya type goalkeeper, somebody that is very good in goal. However, broski, the left and right peg need to be as good as your right and left hand, bro. It needs to be as good as it. Purely based on the fact you're used as an outfield player. You need to create angles. When teams come and press us, you need to be able to play out the press. We've got a problem with Petrovic because he's not capable of doing that. I've said this on many occasions. I will reiterate it. great goalkeeper, 10 years too late for him. He will most probably go somewhere and be a very good goalkeeper, but I would love to keep him as a second choice at Chelsea personally. But I think what's going to happen is Robert Sanchez will come back and be the number one until we get another goalkeeper. No names have been linked, but I could see us going after Bento, the one that's being linked with Inter Milan, the Palmeiras goalkeeper. At this moment in time, all I can tell you and all I can ask of you is back this manager. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's just a man that's going into a new job. It's going to be difficult enough for him as it is. He's inexperienced, but we need to give him an opportunity. I feel sorry for him, the fact that he's getting his dream job and already fans are screaming for him out. And I think it's ridiculous. So please, as a community, let's back this manager. And if you don't, in the comments below, explain to me why. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts. A lot of you said you ain't backing because you wanted Amorim and you're not getting your own guy. I back every manager until they give me a reason not to.